hard work because you start your story from zero. You don't know anything about the topic, or maybe you do, but very little, you know, like what you would normally. But to really do investigative piece, you have to become an expert, because what you do is you try to break new ground. You know, that's the essence. You try to uncover what was hidden by then, you try to expose, and you know, if you don't expose or uncover, you fail to do the story as investigative journalists, because we don't repeat what others have already written. We try to find a new angle or a new thing. So it's a hard work, you know, it takes a lot to prepare you. We read a lot, we get dirty a lot, because you have to, you know, get all the dusty documents out of the archives. You have to go to many places, you have to talk to many people. You know, so you have to chase people, not all of them want to, you know, you have to basically fight the government to release the data they don't want to release. So it's a lot of work, but it's a really rewarding work, because, you know, if you're after something and you finally get it, it's the best feeling in the world. Well, formally I have education in the business and management, and that's great in the field that I'm doing, because many of my investigations refer to following the money, which is usually people, you know, companies, banks. So I can read the financial statements, I understand how the business works, so that helps me a lot. As a journalist, yes, computers are something you cannot live without. I mean, you know, you have to know how to use Excel, you have to know the data, you have to know the databases, you have to know visualization tools. It's not a question if you want, but that's something you have to know if you want to be a journalist in today's society. You really have to do it. It is important to understand things and to try to understand them, and not to jump to conclusions. So yeah, it's always, of course, it's good to, you know, study political science. It's good to study journalism. Any school is good, you know, depending on the field that you're going to work in. But also, you know, you shouldn't just look for the formal education. It's important to read and to understand topics that you're investigating. You really need to be aware of, you know, something that's happening in, for example, Romania, or something that's happening in Montenegro or your neighboring countries. And the World Wide Web is a wonderful thing, because, you know, you just Google, and if you know what to look for, you're gonna, in most cases, you're actually gonna get it. Another thing is that the governments are pressured to be open and to be on the web, and there is an amazing number of things you can find, you know, online. If you know that, for example, one company is polluting the environment and it's owned by a foreign company, you don't have to just say, oh, this is an Italian company, we don't know who is behind. You can basically track it all the way to the final person who is to be blamed for this. So that's the beauty of World Wide Web. You can sit in your home and you can investigate and do great stories just by doing it online.